actually. No, I recorded.
Yeah.
That shit blew up, actually.
Yeah,
I'm
good
not on
idea.
deck.
Let's watch Linkors versus Woes in that tournament, which I believe was the last bastion of hope the New York crew had in that tournament. And I mean, we remember how it went, but also I'll just say it. It was destructive.
Yep, the honorary Yoshimir tradition.
Pretty traditional garb as well from both players. Pretty curious to see how this pans out, because if there's one thing we know about the King of New York, that does not necessarily mean that you're going to be able to beat members of other regions, seeing as how, as we were clearly been shown by the King of New York, is that New York is definitely not the best region in the Northeast.
Oh, but the King of New York, he's has some momentum going on right now, and that is the safe RE review that Yoshi teleport, but Geo is able to turn the momentum back to his favor, but another good No, it gets interrupted. Very nice from Geo.
Yeah, it was kind of weird that he ended up canceling his RE a little bit too, or activating his RE a little bit too quickly, seeing as how that's the same thing that Geo did earlier on in the round.
The like execution flub there, but there's that med K that all Yoshi players like.
Curious to know if Boom is thinking about playing any other characters during this tournament too. Probably not, but he's definitely one of those people who plays a lot of characters.
Yeah, I hear that he does like the new Hilda. He's always liked the character, and Hilda, I think, is one of the winners of buffs from this recent patch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hilda versus Yoshi, though, not a matchup I'm 100% familiar with. I imagine it kind of plays more to Boom's strength of, you know, liking to back up and just play pure neutral spacing game.
I mean, sometimes he does that and sometimes he doesn't. He really kind of customizes his, what he wants to do by, you know, the player that he's fighting against himself.
Player, the character.
Yeah.
But, you know, Hilda versus Yoshi, probably feels okay for the Hilda, but let's not count out his Yoshi yet. Still in round 3.
Oh, tries to get the punish on that helicopter K, but doesn't end up pulling it off.
And drops the punish there. Ooh, fakes the suicide.
Ooh, pretty scary. It's you kind of wish that you had ended up doing it. I don't know. I wish there was an. Oh no, he tried to like RE or something like that. It didn't end up mattering. But Boom in kind of a rough shape because of his guard gauge has already been in red at least once before. So it can't be all that great at the moment. Okay, we got definitely somebody who knows how to play against Yoshi. Gotta have to worry about that reverse ring out too.
Yeah, once again, guys,
looks like Dio kind of has the edge here.
There is a bounty on Boom's head, so.
Yep. A bounty of $25 to send him into losers, and an additional 25 to knock him out of the tournament outright. Some people are paying top dollar to see the King fall.
Top dollar to see the King fall to the losers bracket, and wow, that is lethal hit from Okajio. This is huge because he has the guard pressure now. But King of New York manages to get out of the Oki, reset the situation for Soul Charge, so takes a breather here. Teleport from Uncle Geo! That is game 1 of Geo.
I hope if Geo wins this, he switches his name to God of New York. Because
and we'll just have a bounty on him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just how it goes over and over again. Also, I believe Samadou said that you can't just go to New York, win a tournament, and then just be done with it. But if I remember correctly, right after that NLBC, New York came to a Xanadu as well. I'm trying to remember how New York did. Okay, so I know for sure that they didn't get first place.
Hold on.
And I know for sure that they didn't get second place.
No, stop.
And I know for a fact they didn't get third place, because that was me. So there was like me, and Woes, and Boom.
Didn't get 4th place either.
Yeah, they didn't get 4th place either, so that's interesting.
Oh my god.
It just makes you think, you know? That's all I mean to say.
I feel the glaring eyes of all of New York now. I'm sweating.
It's difficult for me to feel those glaring eyes, seeing as how I've been consumed in a bubble of self-righteousness. I think they would be impressed by my lack of empathy.
Well,
man. Boom doing so much better on a smaller stage. Geo getting overwhelmed, but not really by a whole lot. You can't do that. It seems like Boom does a lot of RE against helicopter stuff, which surprises me. Quite.
Okay, great stuff from the King of New York. Face the GI. Like, goes for the pressure, but doesn't overextend.
I mean, if you think about it, it's not the rarest thing for New York's king to not actually live in New York, right? It happened before with King George. So it's something that they're definitely used to.
Boom.
No, Boom. That's what you
Boom! Yes.
mean. Yeah, boom.
Boom. Boom.
I would say boom. I think that's no, it's not. Okay, so it is. No, it isn't.
Okay, that is
Oh,
it. That's
man.
a pretty cool read.
Oh, it's one of my favorite grabs to see. Ends up getting a huge amount of damage right. Oh, nice block. Oh, wow. Ends up outmashing the AA. Gee whiz. That was some super clutch stuff at the very end there. More REs.
Yep, that's gonna
Those
kill that
REs.
RE. Oh, that's my 12. Good punish.
This is leading me to believe that I guess RE is actually pretty good against Helicopter, which I didn't think that it was. But if both of these guys are using it all the time, then maybe it is.
Yeah, it's kind of nice because if they do the what is that? The Flea B, not Flea B, Helicopter B. Your RE is going to absorb that, and you get damage without going to the RE mini game.
Right.
So it covers quite a bit of options.
You get a pretty good bound too, so you could potentially get a combo too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, overwhelming Geo with the fact that he was the one that had meter and Geo wasn't. So it definitely seems like the larger the stage is so far, Geo is the one that is able to pull it out. But the smaller it is, the
I got the video.
harder
Of the king.
time he's
I got the
got.
video from the King of New York.
Oh god.
Oh, hey, yeah, let's see what this is about.
Wait, turn it up.
Bring the noise.
Oh no, Twitter decided to take a crap on me.
Oh,
It
no,
said
Twitter.
no. It said no.
Wait,
So, Arturo, correct me if I'm wrong. This is a video showing the winner of the New York tournament, right?
Correct.
And so what I'm seeing is somebody who just won. Are they from New York?
Oh my god.
And it looks like they were hugging somebody else. Was that guy from New York?
The trolling is off the
oh,
chart.
there's you.
Oh, I see some of the people. I see some people who are from New York who didn't win.
Hey,
they're
we got a match. It's gonna be
they're
great.
congratulating. It looks like they were congratulating the guy who did win the match, who wasn't from New York. So that's an interesting thing to think about too. Let's see if Geo can pull this out.
I support you, but I fear for my life now.
I think it would be really funny. I know at some point, Saban was going to replace me on commentary, and I think it would be really funny if it was after this match, after what I said. Where he just really unceremoniously doesn't even let me sign off or anything like that, just straight up kicks me from the Discord. It's like, alright, I want this guy out of my life.
Oh my god! Don't tempt me.
Yeah.
DEI.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I ended up calling it. I was thinking about messaging you, but I know you're dealing with a lot of stuff, so I didn't want to, like, busy you with unimportant things.
FYI, we are at the autopilot part of the bracket. So
Okay.
whenever.
Yeah, no problem. I do, if at all possible, I do want to commentate one Jimbonator match.
You got it.
Cool beans. But before that happens, it looks like it's been pretty back and forth the entire set. In terms of, like, within the games, and wow, what a combo. So yeah, I can definitely see why the RE is pretty good against Helicopter, but you have to, they both definitely seem to be leaning on the RE safe options once they go into that kind of fleet pressure.
Yep, so that's kind of like the mind game, right? Like, is he gonna RE or, do something else? And then both players just kind of switching up the options.
That was so scary. Now that Yoshi has an unblockable lethal hit grab for ring outs once he gets a certain amount of soul steals, I really wish there was some sort of a visual indicator as to how many soul steals they have. Unless there already is one and I'm unaware of it, but it would be nice if it was a little bit more readily apparent.
Or if he just has some kind of like a
Ooh!
oh wow.
That's a big deal, because obviously in a mirror match, how much meter you have is going to be a big indicator, but now Gio can't do what Boom did to him in the second game, where what he did was just like pop Soul Charge and just overwhelm him with the pressure. So he can do it, right? But he's not going to have anything for the next round. So he's kind of putting himself at a disadvantage. So that meter disadvantage is going to be really, really important, I think.
Okay, but you already get the return investment from that meter, so this could be enough to take this round away.
Yeah, maybe
next
the
round could be a
Soul
different story, but right now, healthy life from Gio, but now there's a knockdown from the King of New York. Back to neutral game.
Yeah, I wonder if the Soul Steals are actually going to negate what I was talking about earlier. It's a unique part of the matchup that I wasn't thinking about. Oh, yeah, he pushes himself forward off of the RE so he doesn't get the punish. Okay, so Boom is going to have a double bar versus none. So, yeah, I'm assuming we're going to see a Soul Charge right away, because he's going to have another one right after this, too.
I like it. Doesn't rush right in.
Oh,
Now
what a
he's just-
delay! What a bait!
Gio's just so like worried about the damage capability from the King of New York Soul Charge, where he's just kind of getting clipped by just facing tools from Boom. So now here's the second Soul Charge. It's still a big advantage for Boom here.
Has
Oh, that's good. Oh, Gio.
Oh, fantastic duck as well. Expecting the follow-up. Clearly the kind of metagame that I would expect from the Undisputed King of New York.
Oh, but that throw knockdown could.
Oh!
Oh, just kicks 4K. That is it. Boom over Gio.
4K, gee whiz. Man, what a scrappy match. That was sweet.
And Ramon will keep this $25 for now.
Damn.
Oh my god.
The
Can
monitor
no one
stays in
stop
place.
this man?
Well,